Hello everyone, and today we're going to be talking about my Pokemon Battrio packs. These are a little, they're from an arcade game in Japan. They released, check my notes, they were released in 2007, so right around like a year in, I believe, of Gen 4. And what you do, you put a bit of money into the machine, and you would get a puck. You'd get a puck. I have to be careful how I say that. And then you would use that, I believe. So it says, from what I read, the game worked on a 3v3 battle system. Interestingly, this was before uh, Gen 5, where they introduced that as a normal battle mechanic, then took it away in Gen 7. And so that's where the name comes on, by the way. It's Battrio, so it's like Battle Trio. So it's quite simple. There were a total of, let's see, there's 5 series. There's the base set, which was like this slot here. And then from there, it's plus, so that's what we're looking at now. S, Zero, and V. Very simple names. So, in terms of my history from these, then we've got a very nice hollow dragon there. Get a look on the back. So, in terms of my history of these, obviously, I'm not from Japan. I've made that clear in previous videos. But I'm pretty sure I saw these in UK Pokemon magazine called Pokemon World, and I was immediately transfixed. I've always kind of like coins, medals, things like this, and we'll see in a future corner shop collection video where I cover Pokemon chips. I like these things. I like the sound they make. They got a good weight to them. They feel good. The plastic's nice. Anyway, he got Torterra, Infernape, and a Mesprit. I don't know. The hollow is very nice, and I don't know if you can see it fully. There's a bit of golden text here. In terms of interesting little facts, I think Charizard. People do like Charizard, don't they? It looks super goofy. The game did have like a cell shaded look, which cell shading just works now. Like you have games like Jet Set that still look nice, Wind Waker, and be interested. Well, we just got untextured Pokemon properly with Scarlet and Violet. Don't know if we'll be asking them to go full on cell shaded, but I'm not sure, but it is a nice look. It's a neat game. I say we're not going for all of them, but we clearly are. So I'm going to speed up a little bit going through these. Love Badoo. Badoo's wonderful. Absolutely adore it. So in terms, so the set numbers, we talk about that. Very simple. You can find what your number is by here. So this would be the actual number of the expansion. So this would have been, I believe, S. So this is set free, and then you got the number. The special kind of pucks, like promotional pucks, right? Which you can get through event or winning tournaments. Event pucks are normally marked with P, which we have some over here. We're going to be talking about, and then I believe what's to say there? They had some marked with a G, which were like ones you'd win from tournaments, which is kind of mental. Haven't got any of those. Would love to get some. Porygon Z is an absolutely amazing Pokemon. I've already talked about this, but I do really like it. These are like neat poses as well. I don't know, he's kind of T-posing a bit there, but like, yeah, I like how shiny Porygon Z is here. I always thought it was really unfortunate, like, that we didn't get these games over here. Like, I get it, like, Japan, it's domestic, it's easier for them to do and to make and to release, and then risk bringing them all over here. But, I've got 2 Marshtomp here. Oh, by the way, set 3, I found out, is the largest set by far. It had 10 expansions. Well, set what number? Was 0 set. So the third set, yeah, had the least amount of expansions. It was just 1. But some nice different Marshtomp poses. Are these effectively just the same? They're both ground. Yeah, is it just basically a reprint of a different art? That'd be a bit. They do it a card game, but I don't know. But I get why they didn't come here, but I always wish they would. I love these kind of things. Like, one thing I was going to talk about was the way you'd put some money in, you'd get a puck and you'd battle. I'm not sure if you just needed one or if you needed 3, but it was very similar to a game called Dinosaur King. If you grew up in the early mid 2000s, you might have seen the arcade games going about. I have some of the cards for that now. I got on a deal recently, so it's a really nice Empoleon and Moltres. And I want to talk about that and some of the stories I have with that. It's a bit unfortunate. Obviously, I haven't got a lot of stories with these, other than I bought these. I was super happy. It wasn't super cheap to get all of these plus some extras I will be showing in a minute. But I thought it was worth it just because it's such a little oddity, such an interesting little thing. So I mentioned the game started in about 2007. It then ended, I believe, in about 2012. Um, Replaced by Pokemon Tetra, which we have some over here. I can grab some, but that might be for a later video where I talk about these Mesostars together. Interestingly, though, starting in Gen 4, and with it ending in 2012, it did have a bit of the Gen 5 era. But unfortunately, I don't have any of the Gen 5 Pokemon. And then going into the promotional ones, I'll show you an example here. So we got this Electivire. And if you go on the back there, we've got a P there where normally it is. Oh my god, Empoleon. As I've seen before, a number, which is P here. And, well, I was kind of surprised when I noticed this while I was like numbering all these. Surprised that this was a promo because there's about nothing on it that would tell you otherwise, unlike because it's just a great ball, like some of these others are great balls. But here we have, for some reason, in the bundle I bought, I got 4 of these promotional Shaman, and there'll be a 5th one we'll see in a minute. Here though is a much more special ball. It's it's a Cherish ball, which you normally only get with events. I don't know, I don't know why I got so many of these. Again, you can hear the sound they make. Absolutely wonderful. I adore it. Well, there we go. And then we have a Celebi. Again, not hollow, but again, it's a very nice. Wait a minute. The little red and blue, the red and blue. The bottom is they're circles instead of squares. I wonder if this was much later on nearing when they introduced Gen 5 because as we can see, well, the rarity. So I can't remember what the noted rarity. Partially the Pokeball, of course, and hollowness. Well, then, as I moved on to the final couple sets with the Gen 5 inclusion, they changed it to stars. So it could be 1 to 5 stars. And then they also specializing the pucks a little more, where they would make them see through and add bits of glitter in it, as we'll see in other corner shop collection stuff. Which, oh man, I adore that stuff. I eat it up. It's ridiculous. I love shiny, glittery plastic. It's as a grown man is a problem. Thoron, Arceus, Arceus. I'll say in all the way the Arceus system. I'll say it every way, so people can't be upset, or maybe you'll be upset. Like I said, all of them. Trying to get an idea. 2009. I always thought it was interesting. So obviously these are purely Japanese, but all of that like trademark stuff and that it's all in English. Why is that? Does that please if anyone actually knows like let me know. I'm very interested. Like they can't. The majority of people in Japan, I imagine, are not going to be able to read that. So moving all these aside, super quick. The numbering was just for that bit of the video. They're all just going to go in a big bag again when we're done. Some might say a waste of time, but no, I found it a bit fun. Listen to all of them together. It sounds great. Oh, skip the audio. Anyway, moving on really quick. So the example of I mentioned like 5th Shaman. It's from this. That's how it also gave me in the bundle. It's the sealed one that comes with what I'm assuming is a Giratina card because I am like very certain this is a Giratina movie promotion. It's not like this is worth like what £5-10. It's nothing massive, but to be included, I thought it was really neat, and it's like it's just a nice thing to have sealed. I do wish the card was the other way around, though. It's really quite frustrating. Are those stickers? I look a little closer myself. Oh yeah, nice little stickers. I won't be using them, of course. It's a shame because they basically wasted like that, but cool sealed thing. So we've seen the pucks that are used to play the game, but of course, when you play, you want your data saved. You want to keep that. So here we have some Pokemon. They call them memory keys. This Pachirisu colored one is partially why I bought the bundle I bought because memory keys are like £20-30 and just the basic like Pokeball red and black and white colored one. So when I saw this neat different like coloration. I'm looking at this. I haven't thought about it. This one's probably Pikachu. It's got a fun Thunderbolt on it as well. Oh, would you look at that? It's got Pikachu. I assume electric would be. That's actually really cool. I never noticed that. So we've got all the different types here. But anyway, yeah. So of course, the box standard one was like £30 to begin with. So when I saw this set at a price it was, and saw these super cool memory keys, I was like, I have to get this. I wonder what these buttons do. I believe from the images I saw from Bulbapedia and Cerebi, might have just been Cerebi. They also like showed the time, which I guess like if you're a kid in Japan in like 2009, you probably don't have a phone. And you want to check the time, like, oh, I'll pull out my Pokemon memory key. Adding more to this discussion of memory keys, I have a very specific, very, I want to say rare item because I haven't seen it anywhere else, which is this Pokemon Battrio case. I got this for Christmas. I found it. I asked for it. I got it. Because it's so weird. It's so obscure. I've never seen it before, and I haven't seen it since. I tried looking for it beforehand, but this also was not cheap. And you may be wondering what's in this. It is. There we go. I haven't opened it much. More memory keys in a very nice foam. Yeah, nice foam. It feels very professional in a way. It's like Seto Kaiba's briefcase of cards. And in here we have what's specially coloured memory keys. So starting off, if I was hazard a guess, I'd say this is maybe an Ultra Ball. Yeah, very nice colours. Or maybe they're predicting the future in this shiny Naganado colours. Oh, I'm noticing something here. Next we have it's a Master Ball one. It's very clearly a Master Ball. And it's got this nice little sticker on it. Was that added? No, that's just a part of it. Wait, so I'm looking at that. That looks kind of important. That's like a crown. I wonder, because again, I couldn't really find much information about this. I'm gonna have to try again at some point. But I'm not sure whether these were included in this as a set, or if these you get the box separate and then you build your collection. Because I'm looking at that and I'm wondering whether maybe it being a Master Ball as well is maybe not so you could buy, but so you would win. Which, if that's the case, that's really cool. That's maybe I should have done the research before the video, but I didn't. So here we are, and here we have a Safari Ball. Very random. So like how kind of random they are, and there being clearly a plus one here, but not a minus one here. Considering though the box, I am thinking that maybe these are just kind of ones that the seller collected and had together. Again, more of it just. Oh wait, no, we've got Japanese at the bottom there. But again, a lot of English. And next we have what I believe. Oh no, this is a heel ball. This has to be a heel ball. A ball. I've seen a number of people say it's redundant, but it looks nice. So, whatever. Very pastel. Next, as I pointed out, is clearly a plusle one. Which wait, hello, is this on? This is clearly numbers don't seem to work. I wonder if this is burnt into. No. Wait a second. The buttons don't seem to be working. I don't know whether it's been like this from when I got it. I didn't pay enough attention. I just looked to the sides, thought that's cool, and put it back before this video. So I guess that's an example of what it could look like. We've got a little bit of, I think, Japanese up there. What does he? Biri? I'm not entirely sure. I haven't practiced Japanese in quite a while. And finally, we have this very lovely Jirachi one. I'm not entirely sure how these were distributed, whether these different colorations or something you could just buy, and depending on what you get. From what I read, they were about 600 yen, which is about £6, which is probably about $4.50. If I was to guess off the top of my head. But again, a super obscure item. I I live and breathe Pokemon, so whenever I see a neat Pokemon product I haven't before and there's something new for me to learn about the series, I always like to jump on it. And this is one of those things. Let's try and put that back. So we'll have that as a backdrop for the moment, and as guards sit on each side. So to end off, it's not Pokemon Battery related, but it's a bit of mail of some very cool cards I got in today. First we have the Latios. The Latias. I want to take these out. There we go. These, I believe, based on the corner, they normally use these kind of symbols where it's just like a Pokemon, and of course a very small number. It tends to be when they make kind of like decks, so you can get like 2 30 card decks. So you and your friend can. Oops, sorry. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Can learn to play together. It was like £5 for the two of these, and as I've made evidently clear in previous videos, I like Gen 3, grew up in the era. I like the older kind of jankier 3D. It was a good price. The cards look neat. So I thought, why not get it? Something interesting about this Latios, so we can see on this Latias, I'm assuming everyone else knows, but I kind of realized that a lot of Dragon type Pokemon, your energy seems to be based on their color. So here we have, we have red Latias, so we have fire energy, right? Big Razor is what energy does he? I think he uses grass and electric. So it's got bits of yellow on it. It's green, but then Bio seems to completely break that rule in using electric energy. Nothing massive, but I don't know if it was neat enough to mention. Oops, sorry again. I'm hitting the camera a lot today. I miss these hollow foils. I know we've got them with the promos, but wish we had them a bit more commonly. I'm sorry if you can hear noise in the background. Of course, I live in the world, and in the world there's people, and where there's people, there's noise. As you've been hearing me make a lot of it. Now, the final thing we have here is a very special card. A card it might be the most. How is this? Open. Does it not open? Oh, it's a side loader. Oh, sorry. Getting a big old look at my fat old thumb. Try to be very careful. Oh my god. One of the probably the most expensive card I've ever bought for myself. Like just for me, not outside of a gift. But it's a winner's medal, a silver winner's medal. I wasn't sure whether to get this or a Pikachu trophy card because I knew I wanted to get like one pricey card at some point. But what won me over on this is one, it's gorgeous. The isolated hollow on the middle, Giratina wrapping around it rather menacingly. It's an amazing art. But what really won me over is, as I've mentioned before, I love stamps. So when I'm looking at this, and it's pretty cool, but it just goes, for the winner of the Pokemon card game. I'm like, oh my god, I want to be for the winner of the Pokemon card game. Who wouldn't want to be for the winner of the Pokemon card game? It's such a it's an odd statement because it's not specific. It's not going, you are the winner. It's like for the winner, and it's second place. So you wouldn't be, you wouldn't be the winner. You'd be like second place, not the number one big winner. I thought it was just, I want to say awkwardly worded, but I thought it's too cool not to have. So it's that probably one of the very coolest cards in my collection now, outside of my Full Art Hexmaniac, which I love and adore with all of my heart and soul. But yeah, I wanted to show these off. So that's the video. Thank you for listening. At some future point, I wanted to talk about my oh my god, Pokemon Tetra, but I have to do a bit more research on it. Maybe get a couple more before I do that. I do have this really odd little DVD, Japanese DVD, which explains the game. Can't understand it properly, of course, just a little bit. But that is something I would like to show off someday. So with that, oh come on, stand. With that, that's everything. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.